Right, round 6. Courage, dear hearts, because this one is a little bit tricky and I suspect that's why you're here. But do not worry, because once you kind of get round this corner, we do get a little bit of, you're gonna pick up the pattern really quite easily, I promise you. Now, the first thing to show you is this is what we're looking like at the moment. We've got very clear visibility of this the last round that we made, which is the blue round here, but we've also got the previous round, which is the coral colour here. So to give them their numbers, the blue round was number 5 and the coral round was number 4. We're actually going to be working into those stitches throughout, all right, all the way throughout, and I'm talking about these little ones as well. So this blue is going to take a back seat, and I'll show you how to do that and what I mean. And I've done a couple of things here on the long edge just to show you. We don't start on the long edge, we start on the short edge. But what you're actually going to achieve is this. We're extending out this flower, okay? We use the coral colour here just as at the base of the petals, and we're extending out the petals, all right? And if I turn that over, you can see that we're anchoring it behind the work. So our end game is just to extend those flowers, and that's what we're going to be doing. So we're going to start up in this corner again, the corner that leads down into the short edge, which is the shaped edge. We're going to be starting up there, and where we're going to join our yarn is going to be into the first of these 2 groups of the coral colour stitches here, so the stitches from round 4, and we're going to join it into the second stitch of this first five stitch group. All right, so that's this one here, 2, 3, 4. Yep, that's this one here, and I've had to count that, so there's no problem with counting it, just to make sure you're in the right place. And I'm going to join my yarn. Our first stitch needs to be a treble, or count as a treble. So I'm going to do that little trick of passing my cut end of yarn over my working end of yarn, and I'm going to make 3 chain. 1, 2, 3. We'll take it nice and slow, A, so I can read the pattern accurately, and B, so that we can do this together. So that counts as my first treble. I'm making another treble into the same space. These are UK terminology. Okay, so where I'm referring to treble throughout here, it's double if you're in the US. All right, so those 2 little bits together count as our first treble 2 together. And you'll be familiar with that. We've been making them all the way through. So that's nice, that's comforting, we know what we're doing. 3 chain, and we're going to come across to the next stitch and make a treble 2 together in there. That's the first part. That's the second part. 3 chain, and we're going to do that again into the next stitch over. With me so far? Everybody's happy. This is good. I don't know that. I'm making that assumption, but we're okay. The beauty of YouTube, you can stop, rewind, and start again. So if I just stop there, we are now at the position where we've made 3 extended petals, and I've got 1 stitch left on that group of coral colour stitches from round 4. What I'm going to do now is slightly different. I'm going to make 3 chain again, 1, 2, 3, and I'm going to make another treble 2 together, but I'm going to put it into the first leg of it is going to go into the remaining stitch here on that group. There's the first one, and the second stitch is going to go into the second stitch of this group here. You can't see the first one, it's obscured, so it's going into the second stitch there. Okay, and I've trebled 2 together across that little gap, if you like, made a little bridge across that middle gap there. Okay, so 3 chain, and then I'm matching what I've done here. I'm matching on this side. So this, that's the scariest bit, I promise. So treble 2 together in the next stitch down here. 3 chain, 1, 2, 3, treble 2 together into the next stitch, 3 chain, and treble 2 together into the last stitch, and we'll stop after I've done this and see what it looks like. Okay, so we've kind of got this nice double petal or double flower at the corner here. That's exactly as we need it to be, and that is as tricky as it kind of gets, because we've had to sort of do a little bit of something in the middle there, but otherwise you're probably quite happy and comfortable with those treble 2 togethers. Okay, we're ready to move on. I'm going to do 3 chain now just to finish that repeat. 1, 2 and 3, and now I'm going to work behind these blue stitches, so they're going to need to come to the front and sort of keep out of the way. Now because of that, I need to work behind. I cannot go into the next stitch because I'm working into this little coral stitch here. I can't go from the front because it will not work at all. I have to come from behind. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my hook. I'm just going to turn this work slightly, and I'm going to put my hook under, can you see, under that kind of bridging part that we've made with those 2 groups of stitches. Use the hook itself, and I'm going to hook into the center of that stitch. So you know how we worked into the center of this green stitch with the coral one, we're working into the center of the coral one now. So my hook's kind of coming through from the back. I'm going to use the hook itself to make space into that center and push it through. Now, before I do anything, look at the position of the hook. It's coming from behind through the center and back through to behind again. Okay, and when I pull my yarn through, you can see it's sitting behind the blue stitches, and it doesn't interfere with that little bud we've made. I'll show you that again in a minute when we get along here. Do rewind it if you need to, but the key is we keep those blue stitches to the front here. Okay, if you look at your picture in your pattern, and if you look here, you will see you cannot actually see the vintage pink colour from the front at all at this point. All right, so let's move on. It's got 3 chain again, 2 and 3, and we're going to work now into the next little group of coral stitches to extend those petals out in exactly the same way that we've just done, but without all of that concern about going round a corner. All right, so I'm going to skip the first stitch, and in the second stitch along, make the treble 2 together that we're all very familiar now. We use that theme, that stitch throughout this actual project, haven't we? 3 chain, next stitch, same again. So next coral colour stitch or stitch on round 4, same again, going through 1, 2 and 3 chain. Next stitch along, same thing again. And so each of those little coral clusters will have, or clusters of coral stitches I should say, will have 4 of these extended petals in. Okay, with the last one being made into the last of the coral stitches that are available, or whatever colour you've made, so whichever colour you've made those stitches from on round 4. Okay, you will notice that we are at that special point, that dipped down point where things always get a little bit different on the short side. And what we're going to do here is we're just going to make 1 chain, and we're going to put 1 double crochet into the center stitch of the coral group of stitches here. So it's the 3rd stitch along, so 1, 2 and 3, and in it goes. 1 double crochet in there, and 1 chain again to come up the other side, and then we are going to repeat this again over in the next step, the next set of coral stitches. So in this round, this little section here does not get all of this treatment. There's just not space for it. We just get 1 double crochet in there, not space to do all of the treble 2 together. You'll see what I mean. So let's do the next flower. So skip the first stitch and go ahead and make those treble 2 togethers through the next set. So there's 1 and then 3 chain, and move along to the next stitch, 2 and 3 chain, move along to the next stitch, 3 and 3 chain, and move along to the next stitch. Let's just stop there and see. So if you look, when I just let that sit naturally, there is no space to do anything at all in this particular set of stitches, is there? So that's why we're just joining it in there with a little double crochet. Okay, and then we'll carry on again by putting our 3 chain, 1, 2, 3, and we're going to go behind and make that sort of, I guess you could call it awkward stitch into this little bud here, but you know, it's just a case of positioning things correctly. So again, I'm coming from behind so that you can't see any of the workings of my stitch. If I come in behind, these blue stitches are going to cover it up. I'm using the actual hook to kind of dig into the center of that stitch. Now you can't see it, but it's pulling it through and allowing the hook to pass through the stitch. Once you're sat there having a go at this, you will know exactly what I mean. And I'll finish the stitch in that way, and again just test it by putting those blue stitches back into place, and yep, that pink stitch sits behind, so we're okay with that. And off I go again. Okay, off I go again. So in this case, on the short round, the only difference in our repeat is when we get to the troughs here. All right, the little dip down parts, which are we've treated differently on every round, so you'll know when we get here. You just need to remember, we can't fit everything in here. If you put it in there and make a mistake, it's not a problem. You'll pull it out because you'll see it'll be all overcrowded. So this is the only place that there is any difference. So that is what you need to be doing. If you're not 100% clear, it is you know, there's a lot to take on in this round, and most of it happens in here, because once you start doing this repeat, it becomes a little bit more straightforward. The long sides, thankfully, are much more straightforward than this, and I'll show you a bit of that in a minute. But if you need to rewind, you've got all the elements you need now to complete working across the short edge. So let me just show you the long edge, and then we're done with, I think, the trickiest round in the whole thing. Right, I'm just working along the long edge here. I just want to show you that it is very similar. We obviously don't have the peaks and troughs on this one, but it's very similar in that I'm working those treble 2 together clusters into the top of the kind of coral colour that is there already. Working behind the chains on the previous round and into that little stitch from behind. So stuff that you've already done on the short edge works in the same way on this long edge, but without any of the kind of, you know, the beginning twiddly bit or anything like that. So nothing really new to show you here. So still the three chain to travel between, and off I go again, skipping all of these blue stitches and skipping the first coral stitch, and then making the treble 2 together. So nothing really extra or anything to add on this side. So I think if I go ahead and finish this round, we've got one more to go on our lovely edging.